Just a disclaimer before the actual video starts. The lighting in this video is kind of ugly. So his fur looks really gross and pale, and that's not what it looks like in real life. So I don't know what the heck the camera picked up. So I'm sorry, it's just gonna be really strange lighting in this video. It's not gonna be my video recording setting for long. I just didn't have anywhere else to record it. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the video now.
Hey, it's me. So recently on Scratch, I actually hosted a Q&A about this guy right here because a lot of people were asking questions about him and fursuit stuff in general. So I thought I would just make a Q&A video about all this. So let's get started. Okay, the first question is, did you make the whole suit from scratch? This base is actually by Tisa Brasos on Etsy. If you're wondering about somewhere to get fursuit materials on Etsy, I would highly recommend her because she's a really nice person and she's easy to work with. However, these paws and his tail and his fur and everything else, yes, I did make from scratch, and it took quite a while. Okay, the next question is, how long did it take to make? For a while, usually it would take me about a month, because I have the time usually, but I furred him with this tealish color, and I didn't like that, so I had to strip I had to refur him entirely. So since he got a refurb, it took me about 5 months because some of the stuff I ordered also took a while to get here. So that was a lot longer than I expected, but obviously he turned out pretty well. So next question is he/she, he's a he. I know he looks kind of girly today. I just felt like it. Is she a digigrade or planigrade, or do you plan on remaking him or her later? He is a partial because where I live is super hot and I'm also a minor, so I would grow out of a full suit. So I'm not really into making full fursuits yet, just, partials, because they're a lot faster to make anyway. And yes, around Christmas time, I might make actually a Mozzie 2.0, just because I want to improve my skills with working with fursuit bases, because this is my very first time working with a base at all, so it was kind of overwhelming. So I would definitely want to make a 2.0, although it's not because he's bad quality. I'm very happy about how he turned out, and he's very comfy. Okay, the next question is, how did you make it? Well, that's a big question, but I'll kind of give a summary. You start with a foam base. Either you carve it yourself or you get one from a maker, and you have to carve it to fit your head size since it's not specific, and then you have to line the inside for it, make eyeballs, details like hair poofs in the inside of the ears, and make the rest like paws. You definitely need paws. It's a very kind of detailed process, so I would highly recommend looking up YouTube videos for that because it'll tell you all about how to make it, and that's honestly how I learned, so it's a good way to learn. Next question is, how long have you been making fursuits? Now, there weren't a lot of questions in the studio, so I'm reading some of the other ones I got for a different Q&A this time, that are still relevant to him. I've been making fursuits for about a year, and I have 5 fursuits, which I've all made. There's Checkers, which is the Wendigo, a Lynx, which I'm not done with, and I'm working on a Hyena, but I haven't really shown anyone yet because he's a work in progress. I have Echo. Let me go get her. This is Echo. She doesn't have eyes currently. I am planning on making a 2.0 for her just because there's some things I really want to improve on her face. Yeah. So the next one is, do you take fursuit commissions? I've gotten this question so many times on TikTok, on YouTube, and Scratch, and even once on Instagram. This isn't an offensive question, and I don't mind answering it. I'm scared to for a couple reasons. One, I'm busy. This is why it took this dude so long to make as well. And, like, I don't want to spend super long on someone's fursuit. Like, I don't want them waiting like a year for their suit. That's not very nice. And two, believe it or not, there are still some things that I need to improve on. Like certain details to make it a little more perfect. And I wouldn't want to start commissions for somebody unless I can do their character and make it look good. Like, you don't want to fail. So that's why I still need work. Another one is how much did it take to make? Mossy took and around, I think in total, basically rounding up like a couple by tens, just by once, he took about $300 just because this fursuit fur is really expensive. It's expensive. Like, it's super expensive sometimes. Like, a full yard is $30, and 2 yards, which is what you need for a suit, is $70. So it eats up the cost a lot, which is why fursuits are really so expensive, because the fur is really expensive. These eye rims I also had to buy because they were specifically 3D printed for this base. This base was $70, which actually was on sale, but usually they're $100. This foam that I used to make his ears and the base of his paws is $20, but that's not a lot. This fabric was like $30, I think. And I referred him a couple times, so I did buy a lot of fabric. So he did go through a lot of fabric, that's for sure. It really depends on the maker, though, of how much a fursuit can cost to make, but that's just me. Okay, our next question is, have you ever made a fursuit for someone else? Yes, I made one for my sister. It was her Coyote OC Carnival. It was a rush project. It's not that good. I have found a better way to make suits. So that, I need to make a 2.0 of him, because he is outdated when it comes to like my way of making them. So I definitely have to make a 2.0. Next question is, how well can you see out of Mozzie? My vision range is this wide. I can see a lot out of him. That's how I can read the stuff on my phone. I can read stuff from far away. It's normal vision, except I can't see past his muzzle downwards. But that's pretty normal on a fursuit. And his eyes are actually waterproof, so when he needs to get a bath, his eyes, the paint won't fall off. It has some kind of seal on them, so they stay nice and fresh. So yeah. These eyelids are also removable. So, that's all really, I think. If you have any more questions, I don't know, feel free to ask them. And I might post a picture of what I have on the hyena suit so far. I'm not sure. I feel like I need to make some adjustments to him before I do. We'll see. So, thanks for watching. Bye.